During the end times, Karl Franz is missing and presumed dead after the Battle of Heffingen, leaving Reichsmarschall Kurt Helborg as steward of the Empire. Meanwhile, a Chaos army surges towards the Empire, led by the Nurgle champions, the Glotkin. Seeing the Nurgle forces converging on Altdorf, Helborg readies the city's defenses.
For the Empire! For your Elector! For Sigmar! Initiating tactical retreat. Men of the Empire!
As Sigmar fought, so shall we!
Hey Mech Squad, it's good to be back. Today we are covering the best mods for the Ultimate Empire campaign. Like all the mods we showcase here, we play a full campaign using these mods live over on my Twitch. I have thousands of hours in the game. We also play on Legendary, Very Hard, and Iron Man. So feel free to stop by, ask any questions you have maybe about mods, or maybe if you need tips on how to get better at the game, or if you just want to sit back, relax, and enjoy a unique campaign. I'll drop a link for that in the description below. Now, enjoy the mods. Number 1, Unique Steam Tanks. First on the list we have a mod that we actually showcased 2 years ago here. It was on one of the first Warhammer mod videos that we did. That video ended up actually being the prototype for how I would do all future mod videos with the cinematics and all that stuff. This mod gives you access to some awesome steam tanks from lore, each with different builds and abilities. These unique steam tanks can only be unlocked in the campaign using gold and other resources. Kathleen. A half-scale steam tank prototype, the Half Tank, was originally a mocking gift to the Moots from Averland. The joke went over the halflings' heads, and the tank is now the pride of the Moots' border militia. A miniature tank with no range attack and decent melee, obviously the worst out of the tanks, but it's still pretty funny. Invincible. The steam tank most faithful to Leonardo do Maragliano's original design, The Invincible has never been fitted with a steam turret. It still boasts one of the most powerful steam cannons. Von Zeppels. Von Zeppel's configuration forgoes hull-mounted armaments in favor of a large platform crammed with soldiers carrying experimental weapons. Another fun steam tank that doesn't have crazy stats, sporting less range and damage compared to other tanks, but it does have showmanship going for it, giving you fun visuals with the soldiers on top and their varied weaponry. Implacable. Unfehlbar trades the closed design and both the steam cannon and turret for a powerful mortar. This makes it a potent mobile artillery platform able to engage in open battle as well as sieging cities. Another fun variant tank, giving you arcing shots and allowing you to hit targets that a regular steam tank cannot. The Patriarch Storm. This configuration of steam tank sports a Hellstorm rocket battery in place of a traditional steam gun. Probably my favorite steam tank to date, simply gives you a Hellstorm rocket and an awesome gold finish, giving you more range and missile strength than typical steam tank, but also far less ammo. Altar Kamerad. Old friend in Reichsspiel has a Hellblaster volley installed in place of a cannon, giving the tank a quicker firing weapon useful against foes both on the ground and in the air. A little different than the vanilla steam tank volley gun unit, coming with less melee attack, defense and ammo, but sporting more range and missile strength. Sigmar's Hammer. As the name would suggest, Sigmar's Hammer is designed to mercilessly pound enemies using an enhanced version of the steam tank's already powerful battering ram. So having no range attacks, this tank instead comes with increased armor, speed, melee attack, and weapon strength, making this a beast in close combat. The Emperor's Wrath. Just like the Emperor's boundless anger at those who would threaten his lands, this lurking mechanical beast steamrolls the opposition. Coming with relatively the same stats as the vanilla steam tank, this one does have the benefit of two abilities, one being Emergency Vent, an activated explosion ability, letting you dish out extra damage in close range, and when the tank reaches the end of its life, it activates one final explosion ability, taking down enemies with it. Deliverance. The pride of Nuln's engineering facilities, the Deliverance is a terror on the battlefield. A wide variety of modifications make all of the tank's weaponry more powerful. Coming with overall less stats than a vanilla steam tank, including considerable less range, this tank does boast more speed and a slow-moving but powerful explosive shot. Number 2, Knightly Orders of Morr and Morr Better. These two mods add more lore to the Empire, giving you access to new landmarks, a new hero, and units all associated with the Sect of Morr. Bassiano Dutra. He's the ancient but still powerful Grand Commander of the Fellowship of the Shroud. Once a priest of Morr, he was nearly killed by a vampire, but a miracle saved his life, and Dutra became convinced that it was a sign from Morr that he had a special mission to combat the undead. A unique spellcasting hero coming with multiple battle prayers tailored to combat the undead. He also does not come with a mount, which I actually like. Most spellcasters, you want to put them on a fast mount so they can stay out of range of the enemy and run around casting spells, but this guy is only on foot and comes with good melee to justify it. Foot Knights of the Black Rose. On foot, the Knights of the Black Rose fight with brutal efficiency, with every strike of their fearsome maces sending another soul to Morr's realm. Knights of the Sacred Scythe. The heavy hammer-headed scythes used by the Sacred Scythes are a savage weapon well suited to crushing skulls and piercing the thickest armor from horseback. I really like this unit, it's very Morr coated with their black armor and flaming scythes. Knights of the Raven Great Swords. Unlike their sister order, the Black Guard, the Knights of the Raven are ruthless and aggressive, carving through hordes of undead with their blazing swords and trampling their corpses under hoof. Knights of the Raven Order of Morr Demigryph Knights. The Knights of Morr only select demigryphs that match the symbol of their god, the Raven. Like their corvid brethren, these demigryphs tend to be more intelligent and are known to play with their prey first. So this unit is from the More Better mod. It adds this awesome Raven-like Demigryph Regiment of Renown unit. I'm just a big fan of how the unit looks, so I had to include it. Number 3, Warrior Priest of Morr. Another mod to give you more lore. This one gives you a new hero to recruit, a Warrior Priest of Morr. These men wade into battle with conventional weapons but can also call powerful magical forces to decimate their enemies. They come with a variety of new battle prayers to buff your allies and debuff enemies, including the undead. They also come with a horse mount option. Number 4, Morr War Altar. Even more units from lore for more. Black Guard of Morr. The Black Guard of Morr wear obsidian armor and are trained with ranged weapons, unlike most knightly orders. A very cool Regiment of Renown unit complete with bone capes. They're a dual unit that you can have in both range and melee. War Altar of Morr. When the army of Morr marches to battle, it often resembles not so much an army on the march, but a funerary procession. A new support unit that looks very freaking cool, very well done in my opinion. It has 2 abilities that both buff your units and debuff enemies, but only if they are undead in range. It also comes with 2 bound spells from the Lore of Death. Number 5, Uniforms and Heraldry of the Empire. This is a graphical mod that changes the appearance of the Empire in a lore-friendly way. This mod changes a lot, including new shield decals, variants and better color patterns for all province troops and special troops and characters, some reworked Regiment of Renown unit uniforms, reworked faction banners, emblems and colors, and more. Number 6, Sigmars Heirs. Okay, bear with me on this one because this is a huge mod that adds a ton of lore to the game for the Empire. These are some of the key features just to give you an overview. New state troops recruitment options for each faction and provinces, a new mechanic that gives you access to legendary wizard lords, adds new characters from lore complete with their own stories to follow, adds new loreful units, custom voice lines, and more. First, showing you my favorite part of this mod, the Colleges of Magic. This gives you new faction bonuses to work towards for 8 different orders of magic. You can unlock one portion of an order of magic by using Imperial mandates, which you can acquire through recruiting magisters or related buildings. Looking at the Lore of Death, for example, convoking the first section increases your wizard lord capacity and reduces your battle reinforcement time. Unlocking the second portion further increases the previous bonuses. With the third and final section again increasing previous bonuses, but also unlocking the Patriarch of the Amethyst Order, Viggo Hexenson. Each of these orders follows the same path, each unlocking their own unique bonuses and Wizard Patriarch from lore. Next I'll show you each of these Wizard Patriarchs in depth. Thyrus Gorman. Master of the Bright College and the greatest of all Bright Wizards, Thyrus Gorman stands second only to the Supreme Patriarch in both power and influence. Each of these Wizard Patriarchs have very similar stats to each other, and compared to vanilla wizards, they come with their own unique abilities based on their lore of magic, and they can each unlock a single-use Cataclysm spell, which is insanely cool and really befitting of a Wizard Patriarch. They also get their own unique named mounts, with Thyrus's being named Firemane. Next up we have Viggo Hexenson. Master of the Amethyst Order and one of the greatest casters of death magic, Viggo Hexensohn is the greatest wizard ever recorded within the ranks of the Brethren of Shyish. Very cool looking lord. He's got the whole edgelord thing going on with the scythe and the dark armored horse named Toad's Fall. Raphael Julevno. Raphael's natural affinity for Azir, the Blue Wind, is truly exceptional. He sees visions in his head without even needing to gaze into the heavens or use any equipment at all. I really like this guy. He's got a cool color scheme going on, and he brings a telescope to the battlefield. He also rides a steed named Cloud Strider. Dr. Grunfeld. Known as the Jade Mother, Grunfeld is tall with a pleasantly round and well-tanned face. Her hair is free-flowing and white, and it seems to all who see it to have ivy growing within it. The ultimate life wizard, bringing a ton of support buffs to her troops while riding a cool unicorn mount named Midgard. Zentanta Lobus. The Wild Father of the Amber Order is the Grand Shaman of Gur. He is one with the bestial essence of magic. I feel like the lore of beasts doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I really like this guy. He summons a pack of unique wolves at the beginning of each battle and rides upon his unique steed, Synthgund. Reiner Stark. Leader of the Grey Order, he is said to be a serious man and is reputed to be quite tall, gaunt, and grey-haired with a short, well-trimmed silver beard. This guy comes with a very interesting Cataclysm spell allowing you to rout typically unroutable foes such as undead, demons, and unbreakable troops. His steed is named Shadwin. And then we have Vespasian Kant, the White Wizard from Marienburg, Scourge of the Foul and Nemesis of Von Horstmann, is said to hold more knowledge than 1,000 men. This patriarch not only has his unique steed named Leo, but he also has access to a Luminarch mount as well. Next, we'll take a look at the other lords and heroes you can recruit or unlock in your campaign. Kurt Helborg is the commander of all the Empire's armed forces, second only to the Emperor himself. As such, he has spent most of his life in battle, and has since become one of the most experienced generals within the old world. He looks pretty cool in his matte black armor. He also gets a custom steed named Craighurst. Artur von Pretzen. Protector of Nordland, the Baron, and Sausamund, the Grand Master of the Order of the North Star holds grave responsibility. He's got a pretty cool shield with the North Star emblem on it, as well as on his unique mount. Volten. Known as the Chosen of Sigmar, was a great warrior and mortal blessed by Sigmar. Volten was born in a Reichland village, growing up as the son of a blacksmith. He was blessed with a strange mark on his chest, shaped like the twin-tailed comet of Sigmar. One day his village was attacked by a horde of beastmen, and Volten killed their leader and drove the herd off. Soon his exploits became known far and wide, and the legendary warrior priest Luther Huss took notice. Volten was then proclaimed to be Sigmar Reborn. Volten from then on was raised to become the next leader for the Empire, and was instrumental in the defense of the Empire during the end times. This is another of my favorite things that this mod brings to the game. In your campaign, you will eventually come across Vultan when he's young. You can recruit him as a hero to your armies, and as you level him up, he grows in strength and gets older. His character changes looks and armaments as he progresses. Eventually, once you level him up enough, you can transform him from a hero to a full-fledged legendary lord, where he can then lead his own armies, and he'll take up Galmaraz as his weapon, automatically taking it from Karl Franz, just like in the lore. I think this is such an awesome and well done feature, and it makes me want to see more characters from lore implemented this way. Hans Zentler. The Reichskapitän is the right hand of the Grand Master, managing the order while Helborg is sent away. Ludwig Schwarzhelm. The champion of Karl Franz and the bearer of the Emperor's personal standard. This guy has a sick look. I just love the banner flowing in the wind. Bertha Bestrafung. The pure blood of the Unbrigands runs in Bertha's veins, as evidenced by her long golden plates and fierce blue eyes, which can freeze a goblin at 20 paces with an icy glare. Ijo Dirkwald. The judicial champion of Nordland, the personal champion of the current political leader of the province. At 7 feet tall, his Norscan heritage is obvious. Next, we're going to take a look at the new units being added in from lore. Stevedores. They're specialist dockers trained to properly pack and unpack cargo holds. The Empire calls upon all who can fight. Sisters of Faith and Chastity. One of the most interesting wings of the Sigmarite clergy are the Maids of Sigmar, a very reclusive order of fanatics. Imperial Foot. The Reiksguard are divided into a mounted arm and an infantry arm, the Imperial Foot. Although the infantry arm does not have the glamorous image of their cavalry counterparts, they are nonetheless a crack fighting force. Knights of the North Star. The Order of the North Star is little known outside Nordland, yet its knights are champions of the Elector Count. Sisters of Sigmar. Protected by their faith in the fortified walls of their covenant, the sisters survived the Great Cataclysm. Hunting Hounds. Huntmasters drive vicious hunting hounds used for sniffing out beastmen. Their bite is far worse than their bark. Even if they're not super good, I just love all these loreful units being added in, if not just for immersion. The Iron Colossus of Nuln. Now this may seem like a ridiculous unit, but this was actually mentioned in the 8th edition core book. This is a super fun and hilarious monstrosity, coming with 3 different types of ammo to fire, a giant hammer for melee, and a guy with a cannon in the crow's nest to add to it all. Number 7, Vermintide 2 Cosmetics Reskin. This mod gives various lords, heroes, and troops not only from the Empire but also for the vampire counts, wood elves, dark elves, and dwarves, cosmetics inspired by Vermintide 2's hero cosmetics. This mod gives you some really cool and badass looking looks to give you more variety. Number 8, Imperial Faith, Blessing of the 8 Gods. This is a great mod that gives you more immersion for your Empire campaigns, giving your generic Imperial General Lords the ability to choose a blessing from one of the 8 gods of the Empire once they reach level 10, giving you a little bit of roleplay element. Number 9. Empire Master Engineers. This one adds all manner of engineer related stuff, including new weapon loadouts for engineers, new mounts, new abilities, a legendary engineer hero, and new engineer based landmarks. Checking out the new weapons first, you have your vanilla repeater rifle, but now you also have a Hawkland long rifle option, giving you more range. You also have a grenade launcher option, giving you some small area of effect explosion damage. You also have 2 new mounts for your engineers, a war balloon, which I think is pretty fun, gives you good sniping opportunities. And you have the Von Zeppel Steam Tank, providing your engineer with more armor and better melee capabilities. And then looking at the new legendary hero from lore, Jubal Falk. The current field commander of the Ironsides is Jubal Falk, an engineer with a flair for tactical matters, who many see as a rising star and future guildmaster of the school. He plays as a sniper with all the same mount options as the other engineers, plus with his skill tree upgrades he becomes a terrifying marksman. Number 10. Combat Medics. This is a fun mod that adds 2 new medic type units to the Empire roster. Combat Medics. These soldiers are trained to heal the wounded and keep them alive. They are fast enough to stay out of combat and are most effective when taking care of other allied troops. An early game unit that can heal as long as they're outside of combat and close to the wounded target. Now you have life wizards that can heal better, of course, but I just think it's so cool to have a combat medic on the battlefield. Plus, these guys don't use up winds of magic. Ambulance Wagon. The ambulance wagon is an improvised war engine, built by the medical engineers of the Empire. It can provide medical aid in the best way possible and provide cover while doing so. The upgraded version of the combat medic, being faster, more armored, and with better healing. I love the look of this, it's so much fun to use, just having an ambulance racing across the battlefield. Number 11. Imperial Menagerie. This mod adds new monster cavalry options based on lore from different wildlife that the Empire had in its lands. Wolf Knights. Once an ancient forgotten order of the Knights, the Wolf Knights have reformed in the Empire's darkest time. Imperial Pegasus Knights. A recent influx of Pegasi from the Grey Mountains have compelled nobles to create a knightly air force. Griffin Knights. Surplus of the Imperial Griffins have led to the formation of a new order of knights, giving the Empire a suitable air force. Two-headed Griffin Knight. Years of selective breeding have resulted in 2-headed griffins, larger than normal and capable of killing monsters of equal or larger size. Number 12. The Empire Wizard Lords. This is a pretty simple mod that adds generic Wizard Lords. Currently you have the option for Wizard Heroes only, so this mod fixes that, giving you Wizard Lords for each school of magic. Number 13. Trajan's Iron Core. This mod is a little different than the rest, adding in high tier infantry both ranged and melee, however they aren't from lore. So totally up to you if you want to use this one. I like it simply because the units look really badass. First up we got the Iron Core Initiates. Warriors who are strong enough to join the Corps but have yet to prove they can remain. The entry unit to the Iron Core. Also, all the Iron Core units have a unique ability called Iron Resolve, which gives them a buff if they fall below 25% hit points, giving them Unbreakable, 20% missile defense, and plus 10 melee defense. Next we have the Iron Core Aggressors. Crashing into the front line with a mighty charge, aggressors excel at thinning the enemy ranks. Iron Core Guardians. No matter the size of the foe, the Iron Core will never falter in their duty. This gives the Empire a nicely armored anti-large infantry unit. Iron Core Wardens. Those that survive the initial years of battle in the Iron Core are granted improved equipment and training. Iron Core Avengers. Combining both unmatched speed and deadly melee prowess, little can escape from these elite warriors. Iron Core Breachers. Wielding massive hammers and the heaviest armor the core provides, Breachers bring with them an iron fury. Iron Core Champions. The most experienced and battle-hardened warriors the core has to offer. They are an unstoppable force on the battlefield. The Empire's version of aspiring champions. Iron Core Scouts. Trading out sturdy armor for better speed and maneuverability, these troops are the vanguard of any Iron Core force. Iron Core Marksmen. With steady breath and perfect precision, these elite soldiers always hit their mark.
Sigmar, bless us.
Iron Core Reavers. Donning black armor and wielding weapons capable of shredding foes to pieces, these hardened warriors bring with them an unstoppable terror. Number 14, Trajan's Aurelion. This mod is basically a continuation of the previous mod, giving you the leader of the Iron Core, Aurelion. The position of Iron General belongs to Aurelion, an exceptional fighter and diplomat. He leads the Iron Core with a ferocity never before seen. Coming with a host of solid abilities including a blinding explosion, Aurelion excels at close combat. He also comes with a unique flying mount named Solaria. Number 15 through 20, units of the Imperial Province. And last but not least comes a group of mods from the Spanish Inquisition that do a fantastic job at giving you more lore for each of the Imperial Provinces. Each of these mods gives you new units, characters, and a reskin straight from lore for each of the different Imperial Provinces. Currently at the time of making this video, there are 6 mods covering Ostland, Nordland, Talipicland, Hochland, Ostermark, and Overland. So obviously that's not all the Imperial Provinces in the lore, so hopefully by the time you're watching this, more mods have come out to cover the rest of them. Also, I wouldn't recommend using all these province mods at the same time. You can if you want, but it will give you way too many units. I feel like it's better to only use one of these at a time based on what province you're playing as. So first I'll show you the reskin difference between provinces for some vanilla units. I think the mod author did a great job at making each province have a unique look. I'll be showing you the basic vanilla Imperial Swordsman first, then the swordsmen from the other provinces so you can see the difference. Next I'll show you some new unique units that each of these mods add in from each province. Hochland Greatsword. A recolored greatsword unit, but I think they look pretty good. Black Guard. The Ostlin Black Guard are an elite unit of greatswords from the province of Ostlin. The Ostlin Black Guard are a very well-known regiment. They have campaigned for many different electors, and their reputation has spread beyond their native state. Blackfire Pass Guard. Since the passage of Blackfire, countless horrors have arrived in search of Imperial ruin, which is why Averland has mobilized the best of its army to guard it. Ostermark Knights. Famous is the reputation of the Ostermark horses and riders, fast as the east wind.
To the ramparts!
Knights of Tao's Fury. The Knights of Tao's Fury are a small knightly order, most notable for being one of the few orders entirely composed of Demigryph Knights. Knights Sons of Manon. From horseback, the Sons of Manon often spurn the lance, preferring to use wicked tridents instead in honor of their patron god. Hey, thanks for watching and have fun in your campaigns. If you're still here listening to the end, thank you so much. Really appreciate you sticking around. And again, stop by my Twitch anytime to hang out, ask any questions you have. We also got some cool merch if you want to support the channel and look good at the same time. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.